Ladies and gentlemen, consistency is the key to success, and yet it is one of the most challenging things to maintain. Every day, we wake up with new hopes and dreams, but staying on course and putting in the effort consistently is what really makes the difference. It's easy to start something with enthusiasm, but what truly matters is how long you can stay committed to it. In this speech, I am going to share some simple but powerful ideas on how you can stay consistent in your efforts, no matter the obstacles that may come your way. First, it's important to understand that consistency is not about perfection. You do not have to do everything perfectly every single time, but rather, it's about showing up every day, putting in the effort and sticking to your goals. Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes things will not go as planned. However, it is your ability to keep going despite the setbacks that will define your progress in the long run. The foundation of consistency lies in the small habits you build each day. Habits are the invisible forces that shape our lives, and they have the power to propel us towards success or hold us back. One of the simplest and most effective ways to stay consistent is to focus on developing habits that are easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Starting small is crucial because it allows you to build momentum without overwhelming yourself. If you set yourself a goal that is too big or unrealistic, it can quickly lead to burnout or disappointment. For instance, if you want to write a book, don't aim to write 5,000 words a day right away. Instead, start with a goal of writing 200 words every day. It may seem like a small number, but over time, this will add up to thousands of words. As you begin to see your progress, you will feel encouraged to continue, and soon enough, writing will become a natural part of your day. One of the most powerful tools for building consistent habits is the concept of habit stacking. This is where you pair a new habit with an existing one. For example, if you already have a habit of drinking a cup of coffee every morning, you can stack a new habit on top of it, such as reading a page of a book or journaling for 5 minutes. By attaching the new habit to an already established routine, you make it much easier to stay consistent. This method works because it taps into the existing neural pathways that your brain has already established, making it less effortful to stick to the new habit. Another important factor to consider when building habits is consistency in your environment. It's hard to stay consistent if your surroundings aren't conducive to the habits you want to build. For example, if you want to start working out in the morning, try laying out your workout clothes the night before. This small act reduces friction and makes it easier to get started. Your environment plays a big role in whether you succeed or not. You need to set yourself up for success by creating an environment that supports the habits you want to build. It's also essential to be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes circumstances will get in the way of your goals. Instead of beating yourself up, take a deep breath and acknowledge that setbacks are part of the journey. What matters most is that you get back on track as soon as possible. Consistency is not about being perfect, it's about showing up every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's about doing your best, even when things aren't going smoothly. One way to maintain consistency is to create a routine. A routine brings structure to your day and eliminates the need to make constant decisions. When everything is planned out, it's easier to stay focused and follow through on your commitments. Having a routine also helps you stay accountable to yourself, as you've already made the decision about what you'll do at a certain time, so there's no room for procrastination. As you build new habits, remember that progress takes time. It's important to be patient with yourself and trust that as long as you keep showing up, you will see results. Consistency doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process of building momentum, and with time, your habits will become second nature. Keep your focus on the long-term benefits and don't get discouraged by the short term challenges. Staying consistent is a matter of building small, achievable habits and sticking with them every day. It's about creating an environment that supports your goals and being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. By focusing on your progress and taking it one step at a time, you can develop the consistency needed to achieve your goals and make lasting change in your life. Understanding your why is the driving force behind every effort you make. Without a strong sense of purpose, it becomes easy to lose motivation, especially when things get tough. It's not enough to have a goal or a desire to achieve something. You need to have a deep, personal understanding of why it matters to you. When you connect with the reason behind your actions, it becomes much easier to stay consistent and committed to your efforts. Your why serves as your anchor when the winds of distraction blow, or when you face obstacles that make the path forward seem unclear. It's the source of your inner drive, the thing that pushes you to keep going when external circumstances are not in your favor. People often struggle with consistency because they don't have a clear why. They might set goals based on what they think they should do or what others expect of them, but those goals don't resonate with them on a deep, personal level. When things get difficult, they give up because they haven't built a strong enough connection with their purpose. To truly understand your why, it's essential to look inward and ask yourself deep questions. What do you want to achieve, and why is it important to you? How will achieving this goal improve your life or the lives of others around you? The answers to these questions will provide clarity and help you stay on track when challenges arise. For instance, if you are working toward building a successful business, ask yourself why you want that success. Is it for financial freedom, to provide for your family, to make a positive impact on the world, or something else? The more specific and personal your why is, the more powerful it becomes. Your why also acts as a reminder of your deeper values and beliefs. It's easy to get sidetracked by the small, daily distractions or the opinions of others, but your why keeps you grounded. It reminds you that the things you are working toward are bigger than the temporary discomforts you may experience along the way. When you have a clear and compelling reason behind your actions, it becomes easier to make sacrifices and push through difficult moments. It gives you the energy and perseverance to keep moving forward, even when you feel like quitting. In addition, knowing your why helps you stay focused on the bigger picture. Life is filled with distractions, and it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Having a deep connection to your why serves as a compass, guiding you back when you feel lost or uncertain. It helps you prioritize your time, energy, and resources toward what's truly important, rather than getting caught up in things that don't align with your goals or values. Moreover, your why plays a significant role in your ability to maintain consistency over the long term. Success doesn't happen overnight, and the journey is often longer and more difficult than expected. If your motivation is based solely on short-term rewards, you may find it hard to stay consistent, especially when the initial excitement fades. But if your why is rooted in something deeper, whether it's a passion, a sense of duty, or a personal mission, you'll find the strength to keep going even when the road gets tough. It's this sense of purpose that helps you push through the challenges and stay focused on your goals. To connect with your why, take time to reflect on your goals and the deeper reasons behind them. Write down what matters most to you and why it's important. Break down the steps you need to take to achieve your goals, and consider how each step aligns with your larger purpose. Keep this written why somewhere visible, whether on your desk, your phone, or your journal, so you can remind yourself of it every day. When you encounter challenges or moments of doubt, turn to your why for strength and clarity. Revisit your why periodically to ensure that it still resonates with you. Over time, your goals and priorities may shift, and that's perfectly fine. What matters is that you stay connected to a purpose that is meaningful to you. If your current why no longer excites or inspires you, don't be afraid to reassess it and redefine your purpose. Doing so will help you reignite your passion and restore your drive for consistency. When your why is clear and deeply connected to your personal values, it becomes a powerful tool for staying consistent. It fuels your motivation, helps you stay focused, and gives you the perseverance needed to overcome challenges. So, take the time to connect with your why, and let it guide you on your journey toward achieving your goals and staying consistent in your efforts. Overcoming self-doubt is one of the biggest hurdles to staying consistent, and it is something that many people struggle with, regardless of their goals. Self-doubt creeps in when we question our abilities, our worth, or whether we are capable of achieving what we set out to do. It can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking action or pushing us to abandon our goals entirely. However, learning to overcome self-doubt is crucial to maintaining consistency because it helps us stay focused on our goals, trust in our abilities, and push through difficult times. One of the first steps in overcoming self-doubt is recognizing that it is normal to feel this way. Almost everyone, at some point in their journey, experiences moments of uncertainty and self-questioning. It's important to understand that self-doubt doesn't mean you aren't capable or that you aren't making progress. It's simply a natural response to challenges and the unknown. The key is not to let self-doubt define you or dictate your actions. Acknowledge it, but don't let it hold you back. One powerful way to overcome self-doubt is by practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when things aren't going well or when we make mistakes. We tend to focus on our shortcomings and feel like we are failing. However, practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to a close friend who is going through a tough time. Instead of criticizing yourself for not being perfect, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that mistakes are part of the learning process. Being kind to yourself allows you to move forward with a clearer mind and a more positive attitude. Another way to overcome self-doubt is to challenge the negative thoughts that fuel it. Often, when we doubt ourselves, it's because we believe negative things about our abilities or potential. These thoughts can be limiting and self-sabotaging, but they are not always based on reality. It's important to question these thoughts and ask yourself whether they are truly accurate. Are you really incapable of succeeding, or are you simply afraid of failure? Are you comparing yourself to others, or are you focusing on your own growth? By challenging negative thoughts, you can start to replace them with more constructive and empowering beliefs that will help you stay consistent and move forward. Another essential tool in overcoming self-doubt is building self-confidence through small, incremental successes. Confidence comes from experience, and the more you experience success, the more you will trust in your abilities. Start by setting small, achievable goals that you can accomplish in a short amount of time. These small wins will provide you with proof that you are capable of achieving your larger goals. As you check off each small goal, you will begin to build momentum, which will help boost your confidence and diminish self-doubt. It's important to celebrate these small successes along the way because they serve as reminders that you are making progress, even if the journey feels slow. Another strategy for overcoming self-doubt is surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people. The people you spend time with can greatly influence how you see yourself and your abilities. If you surround yourself with people who are encouraging, optimistic, and who believe in you, it will be easier to maintain your confidence and stay consistent in your efforts. On the other hand, being around negative or critical people can exacerbate self-doubt and make it harder to believe in your potential. Seek out people who uplift you and help you stay focused on your goals. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or colleagues, having a support system can make all the difference when it comes to staying consistent. Additionally, embracing the idea that failure is a part of success can help overcome self-doubt. Many people hesitate to take action because they fear failure, but failure is an inevitable part of the learning process. When we fail, we are given the opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of your capabilities, view it as a stepping stone to success. Every failure provides valuable lessons that can help you improve and get closer to your goals. This mindset shift can significantly reduce self-doubt, as it allows you to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Visualization can be a powerful technique to overcome self-doubt. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, you create a mental image of success that can motivate you to stay consistent. Visualization helps to build belief in your abilities and reinforces the idea that success is possible. Take a few minutes each day to imagine yourself accomplishing what you've set out to do. Picture yourself overcoming obstacles and staying on track, no matter what challenges arise. This mental exercise can help you build the confidence you need to push through self-doubt and stay committed to your efforts. By practicing self-compassion, challenging negative thoughts, building self-confidence through small wins, surrounding yourself with support, embracing failure as part of success, and using visualization techniques, you can begin to overcome self-doubt and stay consistent in your efforts. Remember, self-doubt is not an insurmountable barrier, but rather a temporary feeling that can be managed and conquered. The key is not to let it control you or stop you from taking action. The more you practice these techniques, the easier it becomes to silence the voice of doubt and stay focused on your journey toward success. Setting realistic and achievable goals is one of the most important steps in staying consistent. Without clear goals, it's easy to feel lost or directionless, and consistency can quickly fade away. When goals are unrealistic or too vague, it can be difficult to maintain motivation or track progress, making it more likely that you will lose focus and give up. Setting goals that are both challenging and attainable, on the other hand, keeps you motivated and focused, providing a clear roadmap to follow and a sense of accomplishment along the way. One of the first things to consider when setting goals is to ensure that they are specific. General goals like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be healthier" are often too broad to be actionable. Specific goals are clear and focused, providing you with a concrete target to aim for. For example, instead of saying "I want to be healthier," set a goal like "I want to work out 3 times a week for 30 minutes," or "I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 2 months. These goals are specific, measurable, and actionable. With clear goals like these, it becomes easier to track your progress and stay consistent because you know exactly what you're working toward. Another essential element of goal setting is making sure your goals are realistic. It's easy to get excited about the possibility of achieving something, but if the goals you set are too ambitious, they can quickly become overwhelming. For instance, if you set a goal of writing a book in a month without any prior writing experience, you may quickly become discouraged. Instead, set smaller, more achievable goals that lead up to the larger goal. In the case of writing a book, you might set a goal to write 500 words a day, or complete 1 chapter per week. By breaking down a big goal into smaller, manageable pieces, you not only make it more attainable, but also create a system for tracking your progress and maintaining consistency. It's also important to set time-bound goals. Open-ended goals like "I want to improve my fitness" or "I want to be successful someday" lack a clear deadline and can easily be pushed aside. Setting a time frame gives you a sense of urgency and helps you stay focused. When you have a specific time frame, You can break the goal down into smaller tasks that you can complete within that period. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get in shape," set a goal like, "I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months." This goal is specific, measurable, realistic, and has a deadline, which makes it much easier to stay consistent with your efforts. Another important aspect of goal setting is to ensure that your goals align with your values and priorities. If your goals are not connected to what truly matters to you, it will be difficult to stay motivated when the going gets tough. When you set goals that are aligned with your values, you tap into a deeper sense of purpose that will keep you committed to your efforts, even when challenges arise. For example, if you value family and want to spend more time with your loved ones, setting a goal to work fewer hours or take more vacation time will be more motivating than a goal that doesn't align with your values. When your goals reflect your true priorities, they become a source of inspiration rather than a source of stress. It's also important to celebrate small victories along the way to help you stay motivated and build momentum. Often, people focus solely on the end goal and neglect to appreciate the progress they've made along the way. Recognizing and celebrating small wins is essential because it reinforces positive behavior and keeps you motivated. For example, if your goal is to write a book and you've completed a chapter, take a moment to acknowledge that accomplishment before moving on to the next task. This sense of achievement boosts your confidence and serves as a reminder that you are making progress, which helps you stay consistent. Another important factor to consider when setting goals is flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. Whether it's unexpected challenges, changes in circumstances, or shifts in priorities, it's essential to be flexible with your goals and adjust them as needed. While it's important to stay focused, you must also be willing to adapt and make adjustments when necessary. For example, if you set a goal to exercise 5 times a week, but life becomes hectic and you can only manage 3 workouts a week, that's okay. Instead of abandoning the goal altogether, adjust it to fit your current circumstances. The key is to keep going, even if it means making small changes along the way. When setting goals, make sure to stay committed to the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to become fixated on the end result, but consistency is about showing up and doing the work every day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Trust the process and remember that progress takes time. By focusing on the journey and breaking down big goals into smaller, more manageable steps, you'll be able to stay consistent and make steady progress toward your larger goals. It's easy to get caught up in comparing your journey to others, especially in a world where success is often shared and celebrated on social media. However, comparing yourself to others can be one of the most damaging things to your progress and consistency. Every person has their own path, unique challenges, and pace at which they grow. When you focus on others, it distracts you from your own goals and can create feelings of inadequacy or frustration. It's essential to understand that your journey is your own, and comparing it to someone else's can only take away from the energy you need to stay consistent in your efforts. The first step in overcoming the urge to compare yourself to others is to remind yourself that everyone's journey is different. No 2 people have the same circumstances, background, experiences, or challenges. Someone may appear to have achieved success faster than you, but you don't know the full story behind their journey. They might have had different opportunities, faced fewer obstacles, or simply started at a different point in life. Comparing your progress to theirs is like comparing apples to oranges. It doesn't make sense. Instead, focus on your own path and the progress you've made. The fact that you're putting in the effort is a success in itself. Another important thing to realize is that social media often presents an unrealistic view of other people's lives. People tend to showcase their successes and happy moments, but they rarely post about their struggles, failures, or setbacks. What you see on social media is often just the highlight reel, not the behind the scenes work that went into achieving those successes. When you compare yourself to these curated portrayals of others, you're comparing your real life with someone else's edited version. This can create an unhealthy perception of reality and lead you to feel that you're not measuring up. It's important to keep in mind that everyone faces challenges, even if they aren't visible online. Instead of comparing yourself to others, it's more productive to focus on your own growth. Take the time to celebrate your small wins, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Every step you take forward is progress, and it's essential to acknowledge those accomplishments. Whether it's completing a workout, writing a few pages of a book, or learning something new, these small wins add up over time. When you recognize and celebrate these victories, you build momentum and create a positive cycle that encourages consistency. The more you focus on your own growth and progress, the less you'll be tempted to look around and compare yourself to others. It's also helpful to set personal benchmarks and goals based on your own aspirations, not someone else's. Instead of measuring success by what others are doing, determine what success looks like for you. Ask yourself what you want to achieve and what you need to do to get there. Your goals should reflect your values, priorities, and passions, not someone else's. This will give you a sense of purpose and direction, and it will be easier to stay consistent when you have clear, personalized goals to work toward. By setting goals that are meaningful to you, you remove the temptation to measure your progress against someone else's standards. Additionally, focusing on your own progress helps you cultivate gratitude for where you are right now. It's easy to fall into the trap of wanting more, doing more, and achieving more, but that constant drive can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. Instead, take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Reflect on the lessons you've learned, the skills you've acquired, and the growth you've experienced. When you practice gratitude, it shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It allows you to see your own achievements in a positive light, which fuels motivation and helps you stay consistent. One of the most effective ways to stop comparing yourself to others is to surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your growth. Find individuals who share your values and aspirations, and who inspire you to be your best self. This creates an environment where you are motivated to grow at your own pace without feeling pressured by others. When you have a solid support system, you're less likely to feel the need to compare yourself to those around you. Instead, you can focus on mutual growth, share your progress, and support one another in reaching your individual goals. Finally, it's important to recognize that comparison often stems from insecurity or fear of not being enough. We all have doubts and insecurities, but the key is to confront them head-on and work through them. By building self-confidence and embracing your own unique journey, you create a sense of self-worth that is not dependent on how you measure up to others. Confidence in your own abilities and progress makes it easier to stay consistent, because you're no longer distracted by what others are doing. When you trust in yourself, you are more likely to stay on course and put in the effort needed to achieve your goals. Seeking support when needed is often an overlooked but crucial step in staying consistent. Many people tend to view consistency as something that must be achieved in isolation, believing that they should be able to do everything on their own. While self-discipline and determination are important, there is immense power in asking for help, whether it's from family, friends, mentors, or a supportive community. Having a support system can provide the encouragement, accountability, and guidance you need to stay on track and remain consistent in your efforts. One of the primary reasons why seeking support is important is that it provides you with a sense of accountability. When you share your goals with someone else, you create a sense of responsibility to follow through on your commitments. This external accountability can make a significant difference in your ability to stay consistent, as it's much harder to give up or slack off when someone else is aware of your goals and progress. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, having someone to check in with can serve as a powerful motivator to keep going, especially during challenging times when your self-motivation might falter. Support can also help you maintain perspective when things get tough. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the obstacles and setbacks that inevitably come up along the way. When you're facing difficulties, it can feel like progress is impossible or that your efforts aren't making a difference. In these moments, having someone to talk to can offer reassurance and encouragement. A supportive person can remind you of the progress you've made, help you see things from a different angle, and offer suggestions or solutions to help you move forward. Sometimes, just having someone listen can make all the difference in maintaining the motivation to keep going. Furthermore, seeking support can provide you with valuable insights and guidance. If you're working toward a specific goal, whether it's building a business, getting fit, or learning a new skill, it's often helpful to seek advice from others who have experience in that area. Mentors, coaches, or even peers who are on a similar path can offer advice, share their own experiences, and point you in the right direction. Their wisdom and guidance can help you avoid common pitfalls, save time, and approach challenges with a more informed mindset. Instead of trying to figure everything out on your own, seeking support allows you to tap into the knowledge and experience of others, which can accelerate your progress and increase your chances of success. In addition to offering advice and accountability, a support system can also provide emotional encouragement. The journey toward any goal can be long and difficult, and it's natural to experience moments of self-doubt or frustration. During these times, having people around you who believe in you and your abilities can be incredibly reassuring. Emotional support helps you stay resilient when faced with challenges and can give you the strength to keep going. Knowing that there are people who are rooting for your success can help you maintain a positive mindset and stay focused on your long-term goals. Another benefit of seeking support is that it can reduce the feelings of isolation that sometimes come with pursuing personal goals. Many people feel like they are in this journey alone, particularly if they are trying to achieve something that is unconventional or outside the norm. However, connecting with others who share similar aspirations or challenges can create a sense of community and belonging. Whether it's joining a group, participating in an online forum, or simply having a conversation with someone who understands your struggles, connecting with others can help you feel less isolated and more motivated. Being part of a community can foster a sense of shared purpose and provide you with a network of people who understand the effort and commitment it takes to stay consistent. It's also important to recognize that support doesn't always have to come in the form of direct guidance or advice. Sometimes, simply having someone to share your experiences with can be enough to help you stay consistent. Whether it's venting about your frustrations or celebrating your successes, sharing your journey with others helps you stay engaged and invested in your progress. It reminds you that you're not alone in your efforts and that there are others who are also working toward their own goals, facing similar struggles, and achieving their own successes. This sense of camaraderie can inspire you to keep moving forward and continue putting in the effort, even when things seem tough. In some cases, seeking professional support might be necessary, especially if you're facing challenges that require specialized knowledge or guidance. Whether it's a therapist to help you overcome emotional barriers, a fitness coach to guide you through a training program, or a business consultant to help you navigate the challenges of entrepreneurship, seeking professional help can provide you with the tools and resources you need to stay on track. Professional support can offer an extra layer of expertise and accountability, making it easier for you to stay consistent and achieve your goals. In summary, seeking support when needed is a powerful tool for staying consistent. Whether it's through accountability, guidance, emotional encouragement, or simply sharing your journey with others, support helps keep you motivated, focused, and resilient. It provides you with the resources, perspective, and belief in yourself that are necessary to stay on track, especially during difficult times. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. Doing so will only strengthen your resolve and increase your chances of achieving your goals. Tracking your progress is one of the most effective ways to stay consistent. It provides a clear view of where you stand and how far you've come, offering both motivation and clarity as you move forward. When you keep track of your efforts, it becomes easier to identify areas of improvement, celebrate small victories, and stay focused on your ultimate goals. However, many people neglect the importance of tracking their progress, either because they think it's unnecessary or they don't know how to do it effectively. The truth is, tracking your progress can be a game changer when it comes to maintaining consistency. One of the main reasons why tracking progress is so essential is that it helps you see the results of your efforts. When you are working toward a long-term goal, it can sometimes feel like you're not getting anywhere, especially when progress seems slow. This can lead to frustration and, in some cases, give you the feeling that your efforts are in vain. However, when you track your progress, even the smallest of improvements become visible. This constant visibility of growth, no matter how minor, serves as a reminder that your efforts are not wasted. It encourages you to keep going and assures you that progress is being made, even if it's not immediately obvious. Tracking your progress also provides you with an opportunity for reflection. It helps you analyze what's working and what's not, allowing you to make adjustments along the way. For example, if you're working on a fitness goal and have been tracking your workouts and eating habits, you'll be able to pinpoint patterns that lead to success or setbacks. Perhaps you notice that you're consistently making progress when you track your meals, but on days when you don't, you feel less motivated or don't perform as well. Recognizing these patterns can help you adjust your habits and routines to ensure greater success going forward. Without tracking, these patterns may remain unnoticed, and you could end up repeating mistakes or wasting time on strategies that don't work. Another key benefit of tracking your progress is that it keeps you accountable. When you document your efforts, you're holding yourself responsible for the actions you take. It's easy to get sidetracked and let things slide when there's no record of your activities. However, when you have a log of your progress, whether it's through journaling, spreadsheets, or an app, you create a sense of obligation to continue. This sense of accountability can be a powerful motivator to stay consistent. It serves as a daily reminder of the goals you're working toward and the progress you're making. Even on days when you don't feel like putting in the effort, knowing that you've made a commitment to yourself can push you to take action. In addition to accountability, tracking your progress gives you something to celebrate. Often, when we set goals, we focus so much on the end result that we overlook the small wins along the way. However, celebrating these small victories is crucial to maintaining motivation. Each step forward, no matter how small, is worth acknowledging. This can be as simple as crossing off a task from your to-do list, hitting a milestone, or seeing improvement in your results. By recognizing these small successes, you reinforce positive behavior and remind yourself that you are making progress. Celebrating these victories helps to build momentum, which is vital for staying consistent. It's easy to get discouraged when the finish line seems far away, but celebrating the journey can make the process much more enjoyable and fulfilling. Another powerful way to track progress is by setting measurable goals. When your goals are specific and measurable, it becomes easier to see how close you are to achieving them. For instance, if you are working on learning a new language, instead of saying, "I want to get better at Spanish," set specific targets such as "I want to learn 50 new words every week," or "I want to complete 30 lessons on my language app by the end of the month." These measurable goals give you clear benchmarks to aim for, and when you track your progress against them, you get a more tangible sense of achievement. The clarity that measurable goals provide helps you stay focused and avoid distractions. Tracking your progress can also serve as a source of motivation when you encounter challenges. When things get difficult or you feel like giving up, looking back at how far you've come can be an encouraging reminder of your ability to overcome obstacles. It's a way of reminding yourself that you've made it through tough situations before and you can do it again. This sense of accomplishment, even from past efforts, can boost your confidence and renew your determination to stay consistent. It's important to remember that the method you choose to track your progress doesn't have to be complicated. Whether you prefer using a journal, a spreadsheet, an app, or simply making mental notes, the key is to remain consistent in the process. The method is not as important as the act of tracking itself. The goal is to create a system that works for you and allows you to see your progress regularly. It doesn't have to be perfect or overly structured. What matters most is that you are taking the time to reflect on your journey, learn from it, and use it as a tool for continued success. Tracking your progress keeps you aligned with your goals. It's easy to lose focus on what you're working toward, especially if your goals are long-term or require consistent effort over time. However, when you track your progress, you stay in touch with your objectives. You are constantly reminded of what you are striving for, which keeps your efforts on track. This sense of alignment is crucial for staying consistent, as it ensures that you don't drift away from your goals or get distracted by unrelated tasks. By consistently reviewing your progress, you can stay focused and stay on course toward achieving